Hey, everybody, welcome to Mickey Talks. It is episode, Matt, 21.
I can't believe we can drink now.
We're legal.
Yeah.
I am thrilled. We got a great show today. I want to thank everybody that keeps tuning in, and especially our sponsor, who is Barnes Paving. Please go to barnespaving.com or give them a call at 443-243-3710. Barnes Paving is incredible. They're MHIC licensed and insured and accredited with the Better Business Bureau. No job too big or too small. The people at Barnes do it all, from parking lots, commercial projects, driveways, full site work, anything you need. Go to barnespaving.com. That's BARNES paving.com, or give them a call, 443-243-3710. Mention Mickey Talks and get 10% off. Thank you, Barnes Paving.
Thank you, Barnes Paving. And before we get into it, let's tell people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find us at youtube.com at Mickey Talks Pod.
Yeah, I'm going to figure out in a couple minutes how to pin that into the Facebook chat room again.
And please, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, please share the link so that your friends can see the show as well. That'll help us out a lot.
Now, before you go and say, oh, they're just doing this so they can make money, let me be very clear. We are only doing this so we can make money. Like, I don't want anybody thinking anything nefarious. That's exactly why we're begging you to subscribe to YouTube. We need to get paid. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to be phony about it. I almost said phony. Phony on.
It's a Baltimore show right now. It's okay.
Hey, we made a, I can't talk about it yet, but we made a very big hurdle today. We accomplished something today as a company.
We did?
You know what?
What did we do?
I can't say it, but it was taken care of today, finally.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do know. Yeah, it's great news. We're going to get a trip to Epstein Island. No, I'm kidding. We're actually we're
going to be official.
Yeah, we're getting more official. Like, we're going to be able to write a check soon. I mean, I won't, but the people that
I will receive a check soon.
Yeah, you'll be able to write one, Matt. I'm forbidden. Matt, big day today.
Yeah.
If you hear Matt or I start coughing soon,
already coughing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been coughing for about 20 minutes, but I'm nervous also because today on the show, we are going to eat very, very hot, crazy wings.
It's going to kind of be like the show Hot Ones.
Explain what's going on today, Matt.
So today our guest is going to be Chef Mike. He's the executive chef from Sagamore, Pendry, Baltimore, and Cate Paris, who is on a leadership committee supporting the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And she's going to be the host for Fire, Wings, and Icebreakers 2025. This will all benefit LLS. And this is kind of our local version of the TV show Hot Ones, with all the proceeds benefiting the charity. And today we're going to get a sampling of this gauntlet of wings that they're going to have at this event.
And you and I are having a contest, basically. We eat a bite of something, and then we get asked a question.
Yeah.
And if you tap out, I guess you lose, or whoever can go the furthest, and you get extra points if you answer
We'll ask them, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's extra points if you don't drink.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know nothing other than I'm afraid, and I went and bought milk and iced tea.
Dude, you've got like a jug of milk and iced tea over there, don't you?
Yeah, I got this one. I don't know if you're allowed to show the brand on the internet.
Is that going to be enough?
That's a half a gallon of iced tea, and I think this is a quart. Right? Isn't that a quart of milk? Yeah, a quart of milk.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm not messing around.
All right. No, I think you're smart to have that
Hey,
nearby.
look, man, my throat is my instrument. Right? This is how I make a living, talking. I can't, that's the most important thing to me.
Well, Mick, I hate to tell you, but after tonight, it's all over, buddy.
It's not like I have a pretty voice anyway.
Language.
I just hope I don't sound like one of those guys you never want to hear good news from, because it always sounds like bad news. Like, that guy talk like that. Like, they can't work at a hospital. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To come out and talk to the family after surgery.
You get a job in a shop.
Yeah, you got to work somewhere you can just yell, hey, bring me that.
Yeah.
You can't be like,
give me a 5/8 wrench, man.
Imagine you're sitting in the emergency room, and there's a bad car accident, and all of a sudden that guy walks out. Hey, the Davis family here. You know somebody died. That guy isn't telling you good news.
You ready for your brain operation, man?
Yeah, it's going to hurt a little. All right, why don't we get into this, because I'm nervous about it.
Yeah.
Joining us on the show right now I want to get this right, Matt. I should have let you read it, but I'm going to take a shot. This is from the Sagamore, Pendry, Baltimore, and we're going to learn a lot about that. Executive Chef Mike. Mike, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, sincerely. We're going to talk about your place in a minute. That's why I'm so impressed that you came here. Can't believe it. Thank you. And also joining us, one of the leadership committee members of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Visionaries of the Year campaign is Cate Paris. Cate, how are you?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Excellent, Cate. Now, listen, Cate, here's something that's very important that I need people to understand is you came up with this event yourself, and the official name is Fire Wings and Icebreakers.
Yes.
So you saw the show Hot Ones. You were running for the Person of the Year, I guess, and you came up with this idea, and it was a huge success. So, of course, like anything, you do a good job, they make you do it again, right? And this time you're not even running, but that's the same event, right?
Yeah. I was a candidate last year for the Visionaries of the Year and created out of nothing this. Well, I stole the concept from the show, really.
Yeah, we all steal.
But turned it into an event that somehow in 2.5 weeks I pulled off. It worked, and people enjoyed it enough that they.
It's amazing.
Wanted to see it again.
I told Cate I love this for 3 reasons. Because Hot Ones is probably one of my all-time favorite shows.
Yep.
I love hot sauce.
Sure.
And then the charity is very close to my heart because I lost my sister to Hodgkin's lymphoma. And our very good friend Lori died from that as well.
From 98,
So we have a personal connection to all this.
Absolutely. I mean, besides it being a great cause, it's fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
like a lot of times you go to crappy events because the cause is good, right? And you eat old roast beef and you sit around going, hope Jim feels better. But this is like a fun event. You get excited to go to it.
Well, you have several leaders who are going to be sampling these hot wings that, Mike, these are a lot of your recipes, I guess, and then you're going to be asking them some questions like Hot Ones, right, Cate?
Yeah, so Fire Wings, because I was trying to not blatantly steal Hot Ones.
Right.
And Icebreakers, because those are the types of questions that I'm asking. And this year, my panelists, my contestants, are all of this year's candidates for Visionaries of the Year.
Now, do you know any of their names off the top of your head, or am I putting you on the spot?
I sure do, but there are a lot of them, so I'm just going to throw a shout-out to Nick Schultz with Heller Coates Insurance Advisors, Maddie Menser with Anchor Mechanical. We actually will also have the executive director for LLS joining them on the panel as well.
Wow. So this is like a real event.
It's a real event.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is cool, man. Mike, Chef Mike, what should I call you?
You can call me Mike.
Mike, all right.
Chef, whatever.
Yeah, I'm getting these mics straight, so I think this one's yours. One of the things that I didn't realize, I think I knew it and forgot, was what they've done with that hotel and building.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Tell us a little bit about, do you know the history? I mean, do you know the history of the building and stuff and what it was? And
I can speak to the history of the hotel. You know, it once was a rec pier, so it was like a community gathering spot for the local community in Fells. And over the years, it transformed into various iterations of what it is. There was basketball courts. There was a meeting place for the community.
Right.
You know, and the hotel, we just celebrated our 8th anniversary.
Wow.
We had a great party for all of our employees about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Celebrating all the hard work that they do. And, it's a beautiful space, very thought out. We have our restaurant in the hotel, Rec Pier Chop House. It is, we serve prime quality steaks, fresh pastas, getting ready for a new menu to roll out in about 2.5 weeks.
Now, do you do that? Do you do the new menu?
Yep. I'm, working on that. We're testing out the recipes, and we're going to start training the team over the upcoming weeks and be ready to go.
Now, let me ask, Cate, have you been there?
Yes.
Let me ask you. I'm a blue-collar Baltimore guy. Is this an upscale place? Is it media? You know what I'm saying. Is it high-end?
It's a swanky place. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, listen, if this show takes off, my dream is within the next 12 months to afford dinner at the Sagamore. What's it called again?
Rec Pier Chop House?
Rec Pier Chop House, yeah.
We'll get dressed up.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go buy a shirt.
Oh, a shirt and everything.
Cate, you see what I'm saying. Kate's following me on this. So, no, it's a beautiful place. And And so you run the kitchen there, and
Yep, I oversee all of our culinary operations there, overseeing my team of cooks and my stewards. We work hand in hand, getting ready for our pool season, which is going to start up soon.
Nice.
We're just excited. We cook good food every day and just try and make people happy. And I hope you guys are ready for some hot wings today.
you know what's funny, man? I got to say this, Matt. Like every time you interview a chef or see one on TV, they're always really high strung and jerks and yelling. Mike, you're like the
Mike's awesome.
You're
Yeah.
like the nicest guy I've ever met. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have my past, but I've definitely worked through those. And,
Yeah. Right. You know what's going to happen like 15 years? The old video of Michael show up from 15 years ago.
You're
They'll just be
canceled, Mike.
screaming,
You're
"You
canceled."
sons of God." That'll be great. You know what? All right, let's do this. Kate, I'm going to get some info from you. Chef
Yeah.
Mike, go ahead and grab the wings. Matt, are you ready to get into this?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be. How about you? Are you ready for
I'm-
this? That's my question.
I'm not lying. I'm scared. I don't like hot food.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it for the kids or whoever we're doing this for.
Well, listen.
The kids.
to tell you, man, I didn't know if they were going to bring in some commercial type hot sauce
Right.
for us to taste, or whether this is going to be seriously hot stuff. But let's tell them. Did we talk about that yet? When he was just out there heating these wings for us.
Yeah.
And I guess the capsaicin got into the back of our throats, and we've been coughing for the past
Yeah.
15 minutes.
So he just brought the plate in now. The plate of the wings. We each have 4 wings in front of us.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, Kate, explain what everything is, what you're doing, all of that.
Sure.
I'm coughing.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, the Leukemia and Lymphoma
You're going to get me
Society,
started. I'm sorry, Kate. Go right ahead.
every year for 10 weeks, they host a philanthropic competition called Visionaries of the Year. It used to be Man and Woman of the Year, but now it is just one winner takes all. And they get local leaders, movers and shakers to compete against each other to raise the most awareness and funds for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to further its mission.
It is. I've been involved for a couple of other people who ran for this, visionary thing of the year or whatever, and I've been involved. And every time I do it, I'm so happy that I do, because then I meet people from the organization that are so, like, this is needed so much and appreciated. So it's a wonderful cause, and thank you for letting us talk about it, Kate.
It really is, and thank you guys for having me on, and for Chef Mike joining us and forcing you to eeat some hot wings.
Yeah,
I-
I appreciate you guys being here. I'm just curious about these wings here. Now, at the actual event you guys are doing on May 6th at Sagamore Pendry, you guys have 10 levels for these local leaders, and you've given us 4 here today. So where do these sit?
Yeah. Are
Because-
these mid-table hot, or are these at the last 4 of the stretch?
So I didn't want to be too mean on you guys right now. So starting on the left-hand side is our Senor Luchega.
So I want to start here
All
on
right,
the left.
Matt, why don't we do it this way? Check this out. Why doesn't each wing get explained as we go through
Yeah,
them?
for sure. And then Kate, like hot ones,
Yeah.
We'll ask the
Who's gonna
question.
ask some questions
So do we taste it first and then get asked the question?
usually that's how it goes,
Let
right,
me-
Kate?
Let me walk you through how
Please, Kate.
I would like.
I
this
won't
to
even
work.
touch this wing with my bare skin. I'm using a napkin to pick it up.
I can go get you guys some gloves.
I
got
would
'em out
love
there.
some gloves, man.
Okay.
Let's grab some
That's
gloves.
probably smart.
Yeah, Kate, go ahead.
All right,
Now,
so I'll explain
how's it
the
going to
rules.
work?
So, so the tricky thing is, I'm going to be asking you both the same icebreaker question.
Okay.
And what I might do is alternate so that Matt, say, doesn't have the advantage each time in hearing it. And
Who
having
goes
time.
first,
Yeah,
answers?
So,
Yep.
So, Mickey, I'm going to start with you.
Do I bite?
And then not yet.
Okay.
And then I'll go to Matt, and then the next question, Matt will start so that
I
it's a
understand
little
completely.
fair.
All
Great.
right. Whew.
I'm going to.
Mick, I want to say I'm also going to be doing prostate exams here today as well. If you need something, you can let me know, okay?
Bend over and cough.
Yeah, I'm already coughing. So, wow, they really do. No, I want to say this because it sounds like I'm bad mouthing it. It does smell unbelievably delicious, but it also smells unbelievably hot. If that makes sense.
yeah.
It does. So talking about the 4 different types of wings that we made for you today, we're starting off on the milder side, and then we're going to work our way up, and then the last 2 are where you're going to get some real heat there.
Okay, I guarantee you the first two make me cry. So,
And
you
just
don't,
to clarify, Mickey,
Yes.
it's not going to tear up your throat. It might tear up your intestines.
I don't care about that.
Well, then you're fine.
That's
I'll
where
be
it's going to
fine.
get me.
Yeah.
It's going down. It's fine. Later on, the stomach is no bueno.
Now, one question for the rules. It's I just have to take a bite, right? I don't
So,
have to eat the whole wing, do I?
Well, I don't want you to get distracted. I don't want you to take the bite while I'm asking the question.
Okay.
So I'll ask the question first.
All right.
Then let you, but don't wait forever.
Yeah,
Like,
no, as
take
soon
the
as you
bite.
tell me, I'll do it.
Brownie points to those of you who can polish off a wing, but you are
All right.
only expected to take one bite.
Fair enough.
Negative points if you resort to a quart of milk or.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to drink,
No, you absolutely can.
but
We'll
I
just think
lose
less
points.
Of you.
I
Yeah.
got you'll think less of me.
Just a
Trust
little
me, Kate. No one's ever thought more of me, so I'm not worried about that part. All right, I'm ready. Matt, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. I'm going to start you guys off with a nice, easy softball icebreaker question, and that is, do you have any rules when it comes to how you eat your food? This can be anything from an order, a temperature, any weird.
Yeah, I'm
interesting
I'm
things.
basically like a 4-year-old.
Hold up.
Oh,
Peter.
You
Sorry.
can't
Hold
answer.
up,
Oh,
buddy.
I'm
You have to
sorry.
eat.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I messed it
Are
up
you
already.
not listening?
Already messed this up.
It's
I'm
an
sorry.
exciting question, I
Yeah.
know.
So, what do we do now?
Because
Who
I
leads?
wanted Mike to tell us about the wings
Yeah,
too, right?
So why don't
yeah.
you guys take a bite of the wing, and
Go
I'll
ahead.
describe it. So this first sauce is our Senor Luchega. It's about 1,200 Scoville units, and it's got garlic, habanero, starting you off nice and easy with this one.
1200's pretty mild.
And Matt,
It
I
was-
would suggest waiting to take your bite until right before you answer.
Oh, is that right?
I know you're like
Okay. All right, I'll wait.
hardcore and everything.
I'll wait. Yeah.
So, Mickey,
Yeah.
Look at his-
talk to us about how you eat.
Well, I do have a rule when I eat in a restaurant. If I order a salad, I save some for after all the other food's gone, and I like to finish with a salad.
Is that because you love salads, or is it like a healthy
I
thing?
think it's an Italian thing. When we were little, we would eat salads, and my mother would say, "Save that till the end, because I want you to eat the other stuff first. That's the good stuff. If you don't eat your salad, I'm okay." And I always enjoyed ending a meal with a salad. So if I can, I try to do that.
Helps with digestion. Grew up the same way with
Is
my
that
family.
right?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm not a freak.
No.
But I'm going to tell you, if that's the mildest one, I can pretty much guarantee after the next question, I'm going in for a drink. But we're going to see. I'm going to play by the rules.
Yeah, and
You
you,
look-
can continue to nibble. If
You look
I'm
like
good.
you're feeling it a little bit, man.
It's like I can feel like my skin got hot, like right here and the back of my throat. It's not like burning, but there's something there.
All right, now I'm scared because this is just the 1200 Scoville units,
Yes.
which is very
Oh,
low
now
on
you're
the
scared.
scale.
there's
Mr.
some perspiration.
Yeah, I can
happening.
feel
see
it, definitely.
And just make sure you don't rub your face.
I know, and I have a terrible habit of touching my head and face while I talk. Go
All
ahead.
right, so I'm going to eat this wing now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Talk to us about how
I'm
you
going to try to
eat
keep
like a
this hand clean
4-year-old.
for the switcher.
It actually, by the way, it was good. Like, it's a good flavor.
Oh yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to actually have another bite of it. I'll be a man about it.
Yeah. All right, Matt. How do you eat like a 4-year-old? What are your rules when it comes to food and eating?
So,
He eats out of a bottle.
well, I don't like my food to touch like a 4-year-old. So that's part of my rules.
Like never.
Very strict.
Oh, none of the food on the plate can touch?
Hardly ever.
Every
Yeah.
meal I end up eating looks like a freaking casserole
Yeah.
by the time I'm done. I like it all mixed together.
And also, you know what I do? Restaurants. What is the order of, what do you do? Most people, do you eat salad first or soup first?
Both. Well,
Just-
I try not to get
'Cause
both, but if I do, I would eat the salad, then the soup.
See, that's what I like to do, but
Yeah.
I heard that is not the correct order. Is that right? Is it supposed to be?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's what you like, and
Okay.
there's no
All
hard
right,
and
maybe it's
fast
not
rules.
weird then.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's that crazy.
All right.
No,
and
not
it's just
at
a preference. You don't have a reason for doing it like that.
And I would
Yeah.
like to say something else with a restaurant guy here, and maybe I think anytime a table is set with more than 3 utensils, you guys are jerks, because I don't have any idea what to do without a fork, a knife, and a spoon.
Right.
When they start getting smaller, I don't know what goes with what. I don't know how to eat. I just literally look at the person next to me, and then somebody told me once, work from the left in. Everything you eat goes left to right. Is that correct?
Just start from the outside with your utensils and work your way in, and then you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So, Mike, if he ever walks into the Pendry wearing a shirt and everything,
Yeah.
throw out all of the silverware.
Yeah,
just
Kate.
like put it in weird positions.
Oh, I'm going to make sure we have tons of silverware out there.
I think Kate's figuring me out quick, Matt.
Throw in some goofy tools that don't even mix
Yeah,
with
right.
that dinner, you know?
Just
Yeah.
put a lobster claw cracker out there.
for no reason.
What's this out here
Yeah,
for?
exactly.
A mallet,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Put a strainer out there, like a good 16-ounce bowl strainer.
How you feeling?
I'm
How you-
okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think I'll be able to handle the next one as well if it's hotter.
It's going to be hotter. Yeah,
All right,
of
so
course.
let's learn
They
about
get
the-
progressively hotter.
Yeah, tell us.
Let's learn about the next wing.
All right. Our next hot sauce is Elotes Loco Fire. So this is kind of a street corn inspired hot sauce. So it's going to have chili de arbol, ghost peppers, and it's going to start to slowly build in heat, and it's going to start to linger just a little bit on the back of the throat.
Oh, just what I hate.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You first or am I going first?
Matt's going to go first. This
Okay.
time. You have a little
Oh,
moment.
boy. Oh, boy.
So this second question, and I will preface this by saying, don't be a bummer for any of these questions. Like, don't take us to a dark place with you.
Uh-oh.
What is a silly or irrational fear that you have? A silly or irrational fear?
A silly or irrational
Yeah.
fear.
Maybe a phobia, perhaps.
I don't know if I have a phobia, but I have a thing with the sound of somebody sucking on a straw.
At the bottom of the
The
cup.
bottom of the cup
It's one of my favorite sounds.
drives me absolutely insane.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Does
handle
that
it.
count, Kate? Is that an answer?
It would be a great answer for what's a pet peeve or a sound that you don't
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Do you have anything that like are
You
you
can't
afraid of
do.
the dark or clowns?
That's a great
I
question.
don't know if I have any irrational fears.
I do.
Do you?
Oh,
I
yeah.
I already know one of yours.
Yeah. I'm
probably
going
give
to
you
name
yours.
8 of them in a row.
All right,
Yeah.
well we can go to Mickey and come back to you, Matt. Like just
All
think
right.
about
You
what
got to
you-
keep eating the whole
what do you
time, though.
think
No
is
cheating.
irrational, like a real fear. Then we'll come to you with
Yeah,
that.
okay. All right.
Mickey.
All right. Let me eat. First of all, bridges. Can't drive over them. At all.
Oh, he felt that.
Ooh.
Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
You feeling it?
Oh,
This one I feel at the top of my large intestine.
Wow.
I'm guessing that's around here.
This might be the show where you take a bathroom break again.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Okay. Bridges. I don't like the dark. I don't like the dark at all. I can't sleep in complete silence or darkness. Cannot do it. I don't like driving in the winter with all 4 windows up. I like the cold to be in the car with the heat on.
you are my man. This is exactly the kind of answer I wanted. That's perfect.
So far, me and Kate are on a
Right?
roll
Oh
here.
my
Right,
God.
right.
Yeah, I'm
Matthew?
killing you in this, Matt.
So I guess for me, this is more of maybe it's not. Maybe it's
Wow.
not. You look hilarious with gloves, howling like a
Oh
wolf
my
over there.
God, my throat.
Just see the sweat coming down right now.
Woo. Go ahead, Matt. Answer.
So this is probably.
Did you eat?
Yeah, I ate the whole wing.
All right, good.
The whole wing, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't beating me.
The rational fear that I have, I guess, is the fear of heights. It's a weird thing for me, though, because, I've been skydiving, and that height, I wasn't freaked out about that
Oh,
height.
that's a huge fear. I can't
What?
do planes. I hate
Yeah?
them.
Yeah, I knew that's what I was going to say, planes for you.
Yeah, hate 'em.
But for me, I can't get out on the roof and do something on the roof or get on a ladder to fix a window, or that's not me. I won't do that.
Because it feels more real.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think, looking down from a plane from 13,000 feet, it just looks like a map, It does look surreal. So I think that's what might be what it is. So heights, I would say.
Now, do you, because I've heard, I don't have that fear, but I've heard that people who do feel it because they feel an urge to throw themselves off of the thing. Do either of you have that going on?
I get dizzy, but I've never thought, what would make this better if I just jump off that thing and die? I think that would make it better. No, I've never had that thought.
I think there's an element of that to me. Like, what if I slip and
Yeah, are you
fall off of
accidentally-
this,
Okay,
Yeah.
I appreciate all the back talk on this subject, but can we move on?
You're trying to move along, huh?
Woo! I am on fire right now.
Halfway through, buddy. Halfway through.
So just an idea, that last hot sauce was 26.5 on the Scoville unit. So 26,500 on the Scoville unit. So
Scoville?
Yes.
Yeah, Scoville unit. It's the unit of capsaicin, which is the thing that makes peppers hot.
Yes.
So the higher the capsaicin or Scoville
I'm gonna check the
rating,
sphincter. I'm
the
gonna check
hotter the
this.
pepper.
I'm gonna check my sphincter scale in a little bit and see where that's gonna register in Scoville.
I can tell you that right now.
It's going to burn you twice.
Off the chart, buddy.
My mouth, this is no lie. Have you ever, I can only explain it this way right now, my throat and my tongue. It feels like it's trying to let something out. I don't know how to explain it. Like
a
We need an
demon.
old priest and a young priest.
Yeah,
An old
yeah.
priest and a young priest.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah,
The
that's
power
where
of
I'm
Christ
at.
compels you.
Like it just feels like there's, woo.
That's the feeling of your soul leaving your body right now.
Yeah, or common sense.
I'm going to get
One of
that
the
probably
two.
on these
Oh,
last two
goodness,
wings
you.
here.
Nope, I'm going to be, when I say now, please, hand me the tea first when I'd say it.
All right,
I'm going
ready.
to try the
This
tea
jug
first.
of tea.
Okay, so we know what the next wing is, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So,
What is the
No,
next
the
one?
next one.
Where is that?
Yeah.
All right, so our next wing, the hot sauce comes from Butterfly Bakery. It's a unique blend of serranos, habaneros, Carolina Reaper, Ghost, and Carmen peppers.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm out.
So it's pickle inspired, and this is from Butterfly Bakery of Vermont. Dilly, delicious, and deadly spicy.
Pickle inspired. I like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
man. I like that. Yeah.
I don't like anything I just heard, other than chicken.
Pickles are having their moment right now.
They are having their moment, aren't they?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
all right, we're starting with you, Mickey. The
Oh, my-
question is, just like that Progressive commercial where people are trying to learn how to not become their parents and be old.
Yep.
What is that thing that you do that tells you you're so old now?
Talk to girls that are younger than me. No, I'm kidding. I would say, well, I got to eat first, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Would you
God.
repeat the question?
That thing that you do now that as a young person you wouldn't have done, but now you're old and you do it.
Right. Okay.
All right. I can't believe I'm doing this. I am out on my freaking mind.
Oh, man. You're deconstructing
I was
that.
going to say, if you tear it into smaller pieces, it's not going to help.
I know, but it's psychological, Mike. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Mike. Let me suffer on my own. Here we go.
Just put that whole wing in your mouth?
Not the whole thing,
Oh.
about half.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it so that none of the spice touches the outside of my lips.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drop it in. Wow. Oh my God.
How many Scoville units is this?
This is
8 million.
131,000.
130. That's getting up there.
Where did we start, by the way?
We start
1,200.
1,200. Then we went to 26.5.
Yeah.
Now we're at 131. So
Okay, what was the question? I'm not
For the
kidding you.
third
like,
time.
What is that thing?
I feel like I'm high.
What
I
is
swear
that
to
thing
God.
that you
yeah.
do now?
Oh, the old.
Yes.
I would say okay. I drive slower and more responsible. Like I move, I don't have to always pass somebody. I use my signals.
You use the right lane.
I use the right lanes. Like I try to be a gentleman in the car. That's my older guy thing.
Dang it. Actually, that's one of mine.
Whoa.
It's all right. I got a couple things, actually. Same question,
All
right?
right, let's go, yeah.
Oh my
All right,
God.
here goes my wing.
This iced tea is right here, man.
I know. I'm gonna need it soon. But it's
Have
really
you
good.
taken a
like-
drink yet?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No.
I haven't been watching. You better not be lying.
So that-
Pickly. So
that's-
good.
That's the great thing about these sauces is they're hot, but they have a lot of great flavor there
Yeah.
as well. So
And that's
I
what
don't-
I'm more about these days.
Now, could I have an honest chef question?
sure.
The flavor that I'm tasting,
Mm-hmm.
is that even possible to recreate without the heat effect of the hot temperature spice part?
So you can get chili flavor from different types of chilies and peppers and things like that don't have the heat. But these specific peppers that are in the hot sauce, they're bred for heat. So they're going to have the kind of the
The
fruit-
flavor's kind of going with it.
Yeah, they're going to have a fruity taste to it, but they're also going to bring the heat. So
I'm not going to lie. Listen, I am my mouth feels like somebody is smoking a cigar inside of it. You understand? Like there is so much heat.
You gonna let me answer this question?
I'm sorry. You ever gonna do it? Let's go. Can time this bit with a sundial.
So my old guy thing, I was gonna say dry, and I used to be a left lane guy.
Yeah,
I'm a right guy, right lane guy now.
I kind of am that way too.
Number one, for the most part. And then number two, I'm the guy that's going around the entire house, flicking the lights out.
You're that guy.
You're
You
that
know?
guy?
Yeah, saving
I'm
electricity.
getting better at it
Yeah.
only because I don't, you know what it is, Kate? I like bright because, I don't like being depressed.
Yeah.
And light and brightness keeps me feeling better. So, like, I'm not good. My BGE bill, it's twice what it should be because I just leave everything on. It makes me
That's
not
everybody
feel-
now, too.
Yeah.
Well, the depressing thing is, even though you're turning off the light switches, you'll never be more efficient than your neighbors. No
That's
matter what
exactly.
You do.
You always get that letter in the mail,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
Your neighbor's
shame
your
on
neighbor's BGE bill last month was 14 cents. They were living in a tent in their backyard. It's ridiculous. Whew.
Yeah.
Right now, my tongue, like when I can feel heat coming out of it.
Yeah.
And my throat, I can feel the heat.
Matt, you
Wait
seem
till
to
the
be
next
doing-
one, man.
You seem to be doing great, though.
Do people-
over there.
I'm doing okay. I'm actually doing okay, I think. And this next one, I think, is going to kick my butt. You guys are probably going to hear some hiccuping, a little nose running, some coughing maybe. We'll see. We'll have to find out.
Well,
All
we're
right.
going to be starting with you for the next round.
Oh, it's
after Chef-
right. Starting with
Yeah,
me
so
now.
after Chef
Okay.
Mike.
It's the final
All right.
one, right?
Yes, the
Yes,
final
that's
one.
The final one.
Woo!
If I make it through all four of these, I'm going to be amazed.
Yeah, because this one's a beast.
Yeah.
Tell us about this one, Mike.
All right, so this one's going to be about 8 times hotter than the last one that you just ate.
Then the last one?
So this is our Queen Majesty sauce. It's Sicilian scorpion peppers. Scorpion peppers are some of the hottest peppers in the world. And Queen Majesty is one of Sean Evans from Hot Ones' favorite sauce makers. So with this release, it's going to stand out. It combines tear-inducing heat with Southern Italy-inspired produce. Bon appetito.
Oh, my God.
So, on the Hot Ones show, the tradition is on the last wing, they'll put an extra dab on it sometimes.
Yeah, well, that ain't happening
You going to go
today.
extra dab with me?
Not a shot. I don't
Get
care.
the hot sauce.
Yeah. Not a shot. No. If I
right.
get through this, Chef Mike, do people actually eat like an order of these?
So-
or is this like a 2-3 wing thing in your... I know you don't make them in the restaurant. I'm saying, like, do restaurants make them this hot for an order?
So some places will do that. They'll do it as like a wing challenge, which I've actually competed in a couple of wing challenges before. So they will try and get you with their hottest wing as possible. So it just depends. It could be a half dozen, it could be a dozen wings, and the heat will range. It depends. It depends
Chef,
on the place.
All right, I was going to ask a question, but if you prepared these for someone, and then they sent them back and said they're too hot, how would you react to that?
You got to just lick them and then put them back on the plate, right? Yeah.
At that point, I would probably just go out to the table and ask them if they want to order something else because,
Because I always wonder, like, you order something, you got to make it, chef. It costs $10, $50 to make,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And then you go, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, you ordered it. I don't.
Right.
What do you do in that situation?
Well, at the end of the day, we want to make sure our guests are happy, right?
Yeah.
And if it's too hot for someone, we're gonna make it right.
You'll correct it.
Yeah,
Good.
we're gonna
All
make it right.
I'll tell you, my nose is starting to run. Is that normal? I'm not being funny. Will it
Yeah,
make your
yeah,
nose
yeah.
run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nose is getting a little bit runny, and this next one is the beast right here, man.
Yeah, well, stop talking about it and answer the question.
You know
I'm
what's
asking.
crazy? I don't even think we're getting the hottest one. Isn't there one level above this, Mike?
There
Chef
is
Mike?
one, but I figured I would spare you
I
guys
love
today
you,
with
Mike.
that.
I love you. I know you're married. I'm not gay, but if I was, Mike, right now we would have a bromance hard. And
I would
yeah.
be so happy for you guys.
Thank you very much, Kate. Thank you. All right, Matt, you ready?
It's
Go
my
ahead,
time.
need it, dude.
This is it right here. How many Scoville units again, Chef Mike?
This is going to be 816,000 Scoville units. 816,000.
So almost eaten mace.
Yeah.
You ready?
And
Go
the
ahead, dude.
question for you, Matt, while
Uh-huh.
you're eating that, the zombie apocalypse is finally upon us. What skill is going to keep you alive?
Keep me alive?
That you actually have, not like a skill you want to have, but a skill that you actually have. How are you going to survive the zombie apocalypse?
Well, you want to hear about one of my weird hobbies that I don't tell a lot of people about?
Yes.
I knew this was going to be something weird. You're like a 8th degree jiu-jitsu guy, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
jiu-jitsu guys kill me.
All right.
But so one of my hobbies is lock sport.
What does that mean?
That is where guys. Oh my God.
Just hit you now.
Yeah, this is where guys will pick locks
Okay.
of different skill levels.
So
and
you
break in.
can
So-
break into locks.
Yeah, so I can get into like a safe place and hide from all the zombies.
You know how to pick a lock.
This is a hobby of yours.
Some locks, yeah.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it always sounds criminal when you tell people about it,
Well,
but it's
because
like
it's
a thing.
Matt. It is a crime
Criminals
to
aren't-
pick a lock.
Criminals aren't picking
It's like
locks,
people
though.
don't like people picking locks.
Right.
They-
Judgmental jerks.
now, criminals will smash locks. You know, they don't
Yeah.
pick locks. It takes too long. So
Oh,
I
Matt,
hear
Matt
you.
knows what the
this is
criminals
hitting
do.
me, man. I'm still gonna eat the rest of it though.
All right, so I have the same question, right?
Yes. What skill is going to keep you alive?
I mean, I got. That's. Oh my God, I'm so afraid. Woo! If you're doing that, your eyes are. I'm not eating it.
Oh,
You got to do it, man. Come on.
just take a tiny nibble,
I
like
am.
a little
All right.
baby.
It's
one.
really
Got
good.
skin on it, so I'm not cheating.
See, I'm enjoying this right now.
Well, you're
this
a
is not bad.
freak.
This is good.
You're
I like
enjoying it.
Sweaty.
Whatever, Job. All right. Woo. Okay.
Right?
Your tongue just goes. It's like a lake inferno immediately. All right, hold on. So my zombie apocalypse skill to keep me alive, I would say two things. Well, first of all, I can fit into really small places. I'm a small man. I have an advantage over a lot of other men now. Oh my gosh!
I'm with you, man. I'm right there with
I've
you.
never felt this in my life. And apparently my other skill is I can breathe fire. Holy crap. Oh my God, Mike, you are evil.
Sometimes.
All right, one more time. We're going to keep them around. But, Matt, let's hear a little. May 6th, Sagamore, Pendry, Baltimore. Is it
Yeah.
Pendry or Pendry?
Pendry.
Pendry, I
Yeah,
apologize.
yeah.
Sagamore, Pendry, Baltimore, 6 to 9 p.m. Kate, take it from here. I can't talk. What is the event called? How do people get tickets?
It is Fire Wings and Icebreakers. Firewings2025.eventbrite.com is where you can get them. If you use the code either Spicy Mickey or Spicy Matt,
Spicy Mickey
depending
or
on who
Spicy
you
Matt?
feel more for from today's
I got it.
It'll
Yeah.
get you $20 off of your ticket. And
Wow.
the tickets give you amazing happy hour fare that Chef Mike is creating for us. 2 drinks, live music by the Backburners, the entertainment of watching 6 leaders in the community go through this,
I'll tell you what.
but more.
Any leader that goes through this and even more deserve to lead. Because right now, we have to do the rest of the show. And I'm literally, wow. I want to cuss so bad, but
I know I got to read stories here in a minute.
Oh, Matt drank before you did.
I know
Oh,
he did.
I thought we were done.
No,
I didn't-
I've been a man the whole time.
you win, dude. You win.
I
Fair
can't
enough.
believe I did this.
Fair
You
enough.
guys don't understand. Was I not a nervous wreck for 2 days talking about this?
When I first told you about this,
Yeah.
you look like hell no.
I-
this is
absolutely
not
not.
happening.
I'm not
That was the
doing
look
this.
on your face.
Yeah.
You said yes. Of
course
but
I
the look
said
on your
yes.
face was
I mean, for real, when I arrived to prep for this show, Mickey was running out to
Yeah.
buy milk.
The milk
tea.
and iced tea.
Yep.
All right, can I drink now?
Yes.
Did I win?
You did.
You officially won.
I can't believe I beat the spicy king over there. He bragged. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
I thought we were done. I thought we could drink now. So
That's how he's going to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like, he's keeping people on their toes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! I'll be honest with you. Like I enjoyed it up until the 4th one. Like when I say I enjoyed it, it was like I was proud of the fact because it was very delicious.
Yeah.
But this is the part, Chef Mike, where I have to ask you as a chef. Excuse me. Whew. Do you understand? Like, is it weird to you that a person wants such delicious food, but also wants it to cause them pain at the same time?
It's totally understandable. People love pleasure and pain, right? So it kind of goes hand in hand.
I guess.
Yeah,
I just, but never been.
It's
eaten
weird.
up.
I hate pain, but this kind of pain I like.
Yeah, I mean, I've just never imagined I'd be eating a sub and think, I wish somebody'd punch me in the face right now. If I could add a little pain to this prosciutto and mozzarella, this would be great.
There was a period in my life when if food wasn't spicy, it tasted bland to me.
I get it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. I actually have gotten better. When I was younger, like some Chinese food, which is, traditionally spicy, I would say, no spice, and they'd make it, and I liked it. And then I started to say, can you put a little spice just to try it? And they make it less hot, but it's got a little kick, and I realized, well, it does. It is, but that last wing, no, that should be a sentence for a crime. You got to eat 10 of that.
It gets the endorphins going, gets that good feeling going in your brain.
Well, imagine the real last wing, which is how many Scoville units? You remember, Mike?
2.693 million Scoville
So
units.
little jump.
four times hotter than the last wing.
Yes, so I definitely left that off for you guys.
What is wrong with you people?
And seriously, though, if you're watching people go through what you guys just went through,
Yeah.
who doesn't want to then feel good by helping a bunch of people and making a donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma
Yeah, and how do you do
Society?
that again, Kate? How do you do that?
Well, through the website, there are links. The ticket sales for this are going straight 100% to the nonprofit. At the actual event, we'll have QR codes so that the attendees can make donations to LLS in the name of the contestant that they are rooting for at the time. So if someone struggles early on, they might get pity donations. If someone makes it to the end and is crowned, and I have like a trophy and everything for them. It's glorious.
Cool.
We're gonna give lots and lots of ways for people to donate money.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I do too. Pendry's right down on 10th Street in Fells Point. May 6th
Is
the date.
it the build? It's the building like the homicide building, right? That's
It's
what it
the
is.
exact same building.
Yeah, it's one of my
Yep.
favorite buildings in the city of Baltimore. When I was a young guy running through bars in the city back in the late 80s, that thing was almost like a bandit at one point. And you used to think, God, what a cool place, man. And you try to sneak in it or whatever, you couldn't. But
You
now,
didn't have a lock picker at the time.
yeah, I didn't have it. What's it called? Lock Sport?
It's called Lock Sport. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do they have like competitions and stuff for guys who can pick the lock?
They do actually, and there's a whole belt ranking system, kind of like martial arts, where
Shut up.
you become white belt through black belt.
Wait, what belt are you?
Technically, I'm probably like a yellow or orange belt. I'm very low down on the ranking
Can
system.
you get into my house? I'm not being funny. Like, can you get into a regular door lock?
Probably, yeah. Probably I get into your house. Most door locks, no
Yeah.
no bueno.
Yeah.
You know?
How about a
They're
car?
really not that great.
Can you get into most cars?
There's a special kind of pick you can use to get into cars easily.
Listen to this degenerate.
So with the right tools, yeah.
Wild.
See, that's what I say. Everybody thinks it's kind of criminal, but criminals aren't picking single pin picking locks. They're smashing their way into places.
Also, real quick, by the way, just to acknowledge something. I know we're having some audio issues with Matt and I's mic. The guest mics are fine. So we have a cord problem somewhere that we can't address during the show because it's live, but it'll be fixed tomorrow. But I think it's listenable.
That's why you guys need money and sponsors
Thank you,
yourselves. You
Kate.
need better cords. So
I also am going to need a proctologist in a couple days. So, wow, this is not going to be fun later, I don't think. But I'm glad I did it, Matt.
I'm sniffly, man. I'm glad I did it too, and it's a great cause.
Yeah.
And
Glad to be a part of it.
you can kind of place money on your favorite contestant down there,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to learn a little about Mike and Kate personally as they chime in these stories with us, Matt, because it is time for That's the Facts, Matt, brought to us by Barnes Paving. Give them a call whenever you need any paving needs, 443-243-3710. Go to barnespaving.com. That is BARNES paving.com. Amazing people. They have all the accreditation they need. They are MHIC licensed and insured. Commercial paving, residential paving, driveways, anything. They do everything you would need. And they're amazing people. BarnesPaving.com. Give them a call, 443-243-3710, and get 10% off in your call if you mention Mickey Talks. Matt.
It's going to be a very sniffly, That's the Facts, Matt, today.
Here we go.
I don't know if you heard the sad news about Wink Martindale, the legendary game show host, died at the age of 91. He actually passed away from lymphoma, I believe it was.
Really?
Yeah, he was known for Tic-Tac-Toe,
Yes.
which was one of my favorite shows growing
Wink
up.
Martindale's in my top 5 game show hosts. He's in the Mount Rushmore of game show hosts.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
got him, Richard Dawson, Chuck Woolery, and then who else would you put in there? I need one more.
Who'd you say again?
I got Wink Martindale.
You didn't say Bob Barker, did you? Bob Barker's got to be up
I
there.
was kind of impressed that you had
Yeah.
4 like ready to go.
Oh, you don't understand, Kate.
I mean,
I didn't get that much as a child. I watched a lot of TV.
Plus, that's what 80s kids did, right?
Yeah, that's all we did.
Watched all those old
I
game
know.
shows.
We got home from school. It was game shows and the Munsters.
Yeah.
My kids don't even know what the Munsters are. It's my favorite television show ever.
Wow, is that right?
It's probably like my favorite when I was a kid. I loved that show.
Yeah, family spokesperson said he was surrounded by family and his beloved wife of 49 years, Sandra Martindale. His career spanned over 5 decades, beginning in radio before transitioning to television.
Yeah.
He was also a television producer and disc jockey and died from lymphoma at a hospital in Rancho Mirage.
And tell me that's not one of the greatest showbiz names of all time. Wink Martindale.
Yeah, no,
Right.
was that his real name? I
Hell
wonder?
no.
Well, Wink is obviously a.
Yeah, it was probably something like Harold or
And
something.
I'm going to go on record, okay? And a lot of those old guys did this. And I'm not being funny. This is Americana history we're talking about, especially in the 40s and 50s, in the early parts of television.
Yeah.
A lot of those men had Jewish-sounding last names and changed them because the country was not what it is today.
Right.
And I'm wondering if I want to see that. Wink Martindale, real name. Go ahead, Matt. I'll come back.
Yeah, loved Wink though. Loved Tic Tac Dough growing up. One of my favorite shows. And who's your favorite?
Winston Conrad Martindale.
Okay.
Was his birth name. He was a Martindale.
So went from Winston to Wink.
And I get
It
that.
probably was a
Yeah.
childhood nickname.
Yeah, that's
I
a
can see that.
solid dude's name right there.
It is great
Wink
radio name, great
Martindale.
TV name.
Everything you'd want in
I mean,
showbiz.
I've always wanted to be a game show host. I think when I did the lottery, that satisfied that part of that for me. You know, it's what the host. And you're doing a game show thing now, aren't you?
I do it live. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. It's called Meant to Be. And we do it in comedy clubs, and I host it, and it's basically people that have been married instead of newlyweds for 10 years, 20 years. And then I ask questions that are very, very, like, personal.
You're just trying to ruin their marriages. That's the game.
100%. 100%.
Has it gotten ugly yet?
Not really ugly, but a woman did stand up, look at her husband, and literally said, "You have got to be effing kidding me. You are an asshole." And I was standing right next to her, and I go, "You know, you do get extra 10 points for that." And it was great, but yeah. What else we got, buddy?
Well, Diddy is starting his lineup for the defense. I know we had talked about this, wondering about
So
when
weird.
this trial was going to happen the other day.
Yeah.
He's assembling his legal dream team, much like, I guess, O.J. Simpson did. The leader of his legal Avengers is Mark Agnifilo, whose resume includes Luigi Mangione, Martin Shkreli, and Nexium cult leader Keith Raniere. We also know he's retained the services of father and daughter duo Mark and Tenny Garagos.
I fixed the sound problem, Matt.
Did you? What was it?
The phone.
Really?
Yeah,
All
we're
right,
not
well,
using
good.
it anyway, so to hell with this piece of crap. Go ahead. All this whole show, all I had to do was unplug the phone.
He's looking to bring in even more big guns, though. One of the guys' name is Brian Steele, probably best known for recently representing Young Thug. So he's got kind of the all-star legal team.
He's got like the modern day OJ
right.
thing. I'm not being funny. Like
OJ had like 160 lawyers
it was
working for
ridiculous.
him.
Have you ever see the mini series they did on the OJ trial where the guy from Friends played Kardashian and John Travolta was another dude? Did you ever see that?
No.
There's
No,
a
never
great.
saw
I
it.
think it was on HBO.
I was on FX.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
FX,
yeah.
yeah. It was really cool, actually. But you realized all those lawyers were just in it for themselves. I mean, they were all trying to make, write books, write movies, sell.
Of course.
Did anyone expect anything different from
I still do
That's
believe
how they
there's
beef
good-
up their resume. They're
Yeah.
like, I represented
got
so-and-so.
Yeah, I got OJ off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was a miracle.
Right.
Yeah.
So his trial is currently slated to kick off on May 12th, and I wonder if it's going to get televised like the OJ trial.
Well, I was talking to you. It was you yesterday. We were talking about it. And we were thinking, like, is it big enough for people over, say, 50?
I think so, only because of the amount of people that were, allegedly at Diddy parties that we all know.
Yeah, I mean, you think it was that much in the zeitgeist?
There are people fleeing the country right now.
Yeah, I know. It is weird. Like, you think about the celebrities that have left.
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself, really? Because Trump got in, that's why you left? Really?
Yeah, you got to wonder. It's probably half and half.
Yeah, I
but-
pretty much. For me to move out of America, I don't know who would have to be president for me to go, all right, I'm done. Satan.
No, never moving out of America.
Yeah, why would I go anywhere else?
Right.
All my stuff's here.
It would be so inconvenient to move.
Yeah, all my stuff is. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. That's hilarious. Go ahead.
We also talked about the Blue Origin rocket that kicked off yesterday with the all-female cast.
Yeah, I heard they got lost. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Kate. I'm kidding. That was a cheap shot.
They had to stop and go to the bathroom several times. So.
They went a lot faster than the guys who'd be driving in the right lane.
You got that right. That's true. You got that
That's
right.
true. You
Kate.
got me there.
Yeah.
Well, Wendy's, the fast food chain, is making fun of Katy Perry's space flight, tweeting, quote, "Can we send her back?" And then Kesha piled on by posting a picture of herself sipping from a Wendy's cup. So I've heard a lot of people just poo-pooing on that flight. I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, I think the fact that it was for entertainment, ladies, right? That's basically what it is that went up.
Yeah, big deal.
Well, I think the thing is that women especially were upset. Like, is that who represents us? Like, that's our representation for pop star, perfect, beautiful women.
But they didn't say that, you know?
But I think that was what a lot of women felt like they were trying to say.
What are we going to send? Who would we send up there?
Well, like you would send like the first woman to, you know,
Like athletes, a famous athlete,
or
maybe?
even like intellectuals.
Yeah.
Like who's the leading female
Well,
astrophysicist?
they're
Let her
already
get
they're
a shot.
astronauts.
On
They're-
behalf of all women, I
send you,
couldn't
Kate.
care less.
Right, you couldn't, right? Yeah.
We're going to send
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the Wendy's social media account, they're vicious.
The
Like,
Wendy's social media
Is that
account
right?
is
Oh, yeah.
gangster, dude.
See, I didn't know that.
They
I
will go
don't-
after anyone.
I don't know who runs it, but it's one of the most brilliant marketing
and
campaigns.
it's really them. It's really Wendy's?
It's 100%
Yes,
official.
Yes, they own it, and it's great.
They take on Burger King, McDonald's. It's hilarious, and they go right at them.
That is hilarious.
It's it's Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
On X or whatever
yeah,
that
look
stuff
for the
is.
pigtails.
All right,
Yeah, it's
I'm following
hilarious.
tonight after that. Keeping in space news, NASA is looking for a mascot designed to represent a crewed mission to the moon. Artemis 2 travels to the moon next year with human beings on board for the first time since the 70s. The uncrewed Artemis 1 mission in 2022 held a plush Snoopy as the zero gravity indicator inside the Orion capsule. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, they want to do something similar for next year's mission, and they want the public to design its mascot. The winning design will get $1,200+.
Wow.
you have
Mike,
any-
you got any
any
ideas
ideas?
for a good floating device in outer space? How about one of these wing recipes? Let's stick that up there so it never comes back.
I mean, you're opening it up to the public, or you're going to get Bodie McBoatface coming
Yeah,
out there,
of course.
right?
Favorite.
That's exactly
I
what
love
you're going to
Bodie
get.
McBoatface.
That's hilarious. You will get some ridiculous things. Have you ever gone? There's a website that lists all of the written in presidential, like even if they only had one, somebody takes the time to log all of it. It's hilarious. I mean, there's a ton of people that just write their own name in. So you see like a bunch of, John Smith, whatever. But then all of a sudden you'll see a name on there and you just, Homer Simpson. Like, and it or a guy makes up a name, like Ugly Butterface. And it's just on the actual thing. It's hilarious. I got to find that and
That's
we'll
funny.
post it on the page.
Yeah.
I wonder if Wink Martindale's name was ever written in there.
I'm going to do it next election. I can tell you that. Wink Martindale for president.
Right. Well, here's a restaurant
Make
thing
America
for you, Chef
wink
Mike.
again.
There's a restaurant who charged the customer a fee for informing them they got the wrong beer. So many people do not like the extra fees that restaurants charge, including auto gratuities. But be careful with your criticism because you could be charged another fee for complaining. Someone online shared a photo of a receipt showing that they were charged $5, a $5 fee as a whining fee. The customer claims the fee was apparently because they informed them that they were served the wrong beer. There aren't many more details, so it's unclear exactly what went down and how the place got away with this. But the guy apparently had a pretty good sense of humor about the whole thing.
So that's what in the industry would call that the a-hole tax.
The a-hole tax. 100% right is the a-hole tax. That is so true. I want to ask you, though, Mike.
Sure.
So in the restaurant business, I understand a lot of places add gratuity for parties or whatever. I saw something, Matt. I want to ask your opinion on it. I was at a restaurant and the server came over at the end and said to the table, "Hey, just to let you know, we add 18% gratuity onto any check over 6 people." I think they said, and the guy said, "I'll tell you what. I'll let you make the decision. Go ask your manager if you could take it off or you can leave it on. It's up to you." So the guy goes, "You know what, sir? I'll ask." So they took it off. The guy tipped $10, and it was like a $300 check, right?
That's awful.
So nobody says a word. The guy fills out his credit card. It's on the table. The party leaves. Young girl comes over. She picks up the check, and she just looks, and I see her shake her head. I go, "He screwed you, I was at another table. I said, "He screwed you, didn't he?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was with a bunch of people, too, and we kind of, helped her out with that. This is a long time ago. If that would happen in your restaurant,
Sure.
would you track the customer down? Or would you let that one go? That's what I wonder.
We would have to let that go. It's one of those things where, we add that service charge on to protect our servers, right? We want to make sure that they're, collecting, some money from the guests to benefit themselves, right? We pay a good wage, and we want to make sure that they're getting what they're supposed to be getting on top of that. So it's one of those things where, we let the person go and then, probably make a note on their, profile in OpenTable, Resi, whatever, that, not to take it off the next time. So we got to keep it up with it.
Are you a fan of it?
I am. I believe, it's a crapshoot sometimes. Servers will want to take it off.
It doesn't bother me at all, and I usually always up tip to 20 or
tip on
25.
top.
I know.
Right?
See,
Yeah.
I'm a really good tipper, and
I try
you know
to
why
be.
I hate it? Just because it's extra math for me to do.
Right. And make it 20% so I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Or 15. It's a
I
little
understand
easier.
why it's there for sure.
Yeah. I always wondered that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, did you know about the MLB Golden Ticket Lifetime Pass? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So a lot of people haven't. A former Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher made an Instagram post on Monday that came as news to many fans of Major League Baseball. Jason Grilli posted a pic of his Golden Lifetime Pass card as he attended a game between the Pirates and the Washington Nationals. The pass, which was first given to President Theodore Roosevelt, allows the pass holder and the guest to go to any regular season MLB game they want, free of charge, and usually awarded to players, managers, coaches, and umpires by the commissioner's office when they reach 8 years of MLB service. And during his 17-year career, Grilli played for 10 different MLB teams. And for many fans, the Instagram post was the first time they ever saw something like that.
It's pretty wild. I'm not even sure I understood what is it?
They get a gold card, and they can go to any game with a guest that they want to indefinitely.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
So they eat a bunch of Wonka bars, and whichever one has the golden ticket, then they win.
Exactly.
So I will say I've been fortunate enough to benefit from this before.
You won a golden ticket?
I did not win that, but a friend of mine, he had made good friends with some MLB umpires, and whenever he wanted to reach out to these umpires, we would get free tickets to go to games.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so
now,
cool.
I'm not going to lie. When I was at the radio station at 98 Rock, I could get anything I wanted every game.
Well, we were the flagship.
Right, we
station
were,
for
yeah.
Ravens and
But I
Bears.
will tell you, before that, if the idea that somebody would do that is the coolest thing. Do you imagine you're on a business trip and you're in Chicago and you have a golden ticket and you go, "Hey, you want to go see the Cubs play?" And you walk right up and you walk into the game, it's free. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah. I've got some diehard baseball fans in my family that would probably kill for a card like that.
P.S. You and I got to talk about your dad in another show.
Yeah, he's got some pretty cool cards. He sent me today. I'll have to show it to you.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it now, but your dad collects memorabilia.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And we'll talk about it.
So there is now an AI that will call your parents for you.
Hear that, Kate? Enough of bothering them. They're sick of hearing from you.
Yeah, AI is helping us reach a new level of laziness, apparently. A new AI service called In Touch is designed to assist individuals who may not have the time or inclination to regularly call their elderly parents. The service places AI-generated voice calls to parents, engaging them in conversations about their day, hobbies, and feelings. And after each call, the AI will provide you with a summary, including a visual indicator of the parent's mood, such as bad mood or neutral mood. Now, while the service aims to ensure that elderly individuals feel connected and monitored, it's not without some naysayers, of course. How do you feel about that?
I mean, listen.
It's awful, right?
my
I mean, yes, but there is also some truth in. I do think AI is going to, believe it or not, help elderly people with loneliness. I do believe you're going to be able. It's not the same, but imagine if you could just walk through your house saying all the goofy things you say, and somebody goes, "Heard that?" Or "What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Like, I understand. It's like when they came out with that.
Yeah, but your son is alive, and he
he's not
uses
call-
AI
right,
to
it's-
call you.
That's a piece of crap kid.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. But I also understand sometimes you talk to your parents every day when they're, you're in your 50s and 60s. It's like, what do you say? Hey, did your hip fall off yet? Like, every day I think is much. I don't know.
How about Mom, Dad, I love you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Critics argue that outsourcing personal interactions to AI may be dehumanizing and could potentially harm the emotional well-being of the elderly. The creator of InTouch contends that the service offers a practical solution for maintaining contact and ensuring safety, especially when regular communication is challenging.
If any of my kids dare communicate with me via AI,
Right.
disowned.
I
Out of the
love it.
will. They get nothing.
Kate, how many kids do you have?
2 of my own, 2 that are stepchildren.
Got it. And what are the ages?
15 going on 28 to actually 28.
That's a girl, right?
Oh,
the 15
you
going
know
on
it.
28.
Oh, my
Because if it
God.
was a boy, she'd have went 15, but he's actually 7.
No, she's
'cause he's a-
literally the captain of the cheerleader squad. Like, she's everything I was never in high school, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Does she have? I know it's your daughter. I don't. But
Stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter. But does she have that attitude, the captain of the cheerleader attitude?
She's got an interesting version of it, but because you guys have kids that are also in like the late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how you know what vernacular they're using.
Yeah, of
and,
course.
like, all of the.
My son,
the
who's 18,
abbreviations.
will say things to me, and I literally look at him and I go, "Don't what? What are you talking about?" And he'll say things that are like, it means something.
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, I'm not cool. Can you say it in regular people words?"
Well, at some point, too, with this AI stuff, we're not
Yeah.
going to be able to tell especially as elderly folk, we're not
No.
going to be able to tell the difference. They're already scamming elderly people by cloning people's voices, like their son's voice.
Yeah.
And they'll call you up and say, "Dad, I
gonna
need
buy-
$5,000.
Right, yeah.
And they scam people like that.
Yeah, it's another weird thing. Do you remember when they made an item called Frosty Paws? Do you remember what that was?
No.
Frosty Paws. It was ice cream for your dog.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
And the
about. Yeah, yeah.
tagline was, and a comedian, Bob Summerby, who's from Baltimore and one of the funniest human beings that ever lived, used to do this joke. He goes, they say that Frosty Paws' marketing slogan is, "It's not real ice cream, but your dog will never know. Neither would grandma. That doesn't make it right." And I feel like that's where we're heading with
Right.
this kind of AI.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you something kids need to do, and I had to do it with people. As people get older in technology, you need to update your parents because they can easily be scammed with cell phones, apps. You need to I tell my dad, do not talk to anyone until you talk to me, or my sister or my brother. He almost sent a guy $700 in gift card things, those Visa cards,
Yeah.
because the guy went in and cloned my father's bank screen. He just cloned it and then showed my father that it had a zero balance, but it actually didn't. My father was on his way to get the money to send it.
Wow.
To get it back. I'm like, "Dad, they can't. Open up your app right now. Go to your bank." And he was like, "Oh, my money's there." I'm like, "Yeah, you got scammed."
Yeah, you ever see, there's entire YouTube channels devoted to
Busting the
stop
scammers.
busting the scammers.
Yeah.
Love those
Yeah.
videos.
I try to stay off them. I don't want to get caught.
Well, there's a Scotsman who thought he was losing his hearing. Turns out he had a Lego block stuck in his ear for 20 years, right?
Wait, the four dot little block Lego?
Yeah, had it stuck
Was
in
it
his ear.
Shrek? Whose ears are that
Right.
big?
It was a man in Scotland thought he was going deaf, but his hearing problems wound up having a weird cause. Darren McConaughey,
Yeah.
Nailed it.
whatever
Yeah.
his name is, had been to the doctor about his hearing loss, and he was given antibiotics to deal with the medical staff what they thought was an ear infection. And he went home, woke up in the middle of the night with pressure on the side of his head, and he felt something dislodge and start moving, and then out popped a wax-covered pink Lego piece. He
I
says,
have nothing.
yeah,
Nah.
he says, I haven't played with Lego for years, not since I was a wee boy.
That's insane.
By his estimate, the Lego piece was stuck inside his ear for around 20 years, and a quick exam by the doctors again showed that he doesn't have any more 20-year-old toys in his ears, and his hearing is completely returned to normal.
So you read things like this, and you can't think of a single irrational fear, like
Yeah,
that
really.
AI is going to
Yeah.
rule your world, or
She
that
makes
you're
a
gonna
great
get
point,
scammed or
Matt.
True.
stuff stuck in
No,
your
you're
head.
right. You're right. You're right.
Kate, that's a
Like-
phenomenal point.
You stumped me. You stumped me.
But I mean, it does say a lot for the quality of the toy. It lasted 20 years inside a guy's body.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'm for the Lego people. But I mean, I'm wondering, I'm trying, because I love Legos. It sounds ridiculous. I'm not kidding
I just
you.
bought my wife a Lego set not too long ago. They make these like beautiful
They look
Lego
like-
sets now.
And they look
Yeah.
like art when they're done.
Right.
When I was a kid, you got the 6 block, the 8 block, the 4,
Yeah.
and them little tap-in pieces for accents.
Yeah.
I think that might be what he
Yeah,
got.
the one piece.
The one squared. Yeah, that's what went in there. There's no way like the 4 cube went in.
No.
Right. It's
No
probably a
one's
little
ever said
thing,
that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you remember
Yeah.
the little
Yeah, it's
single
the
point
single-
cappers?
Yeah.
That's probably what
Yep.
fell in there.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there is millions in merchandise taken after burglars tunneled through the concrete into a jewelry store in Los Angeles. They pulled off a sophisticated heist at Love Jewels, a jewelry store in downtown Los Angeles, by tunneling through multiple layers of concrete from an adjacent property. The Hollywood-worthy break-in occurred around 9:30 p.m. on Sunday, went undetected until employees arrived on Monday morning. The store's alarms failed, and its security camera feeds were cut. The suspects got away with $10 million worth of merchandise, including watches, pendants, gold chains, though the store owner estimates the loss could be closer to $20 million. The burglars broke into 2 large safes where all inventory was stored, and then they fled in a late-model Chevy truck and remain at large right now.
Did you ever watch that Netflix show, The Heist?
Yes.
It was incredible.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it, Matt?
I never saw that, no.
So they basically rob, I think it's the Bank of Spain, right? Originally. And all the characters have like a city of a capital of the world. They're like Tokyo, one's named Tokyo, and Berlin. And like, it's really cool. But the way they got in was like, in one of the robberies, they go up through the basement, drill a hole. It was wild. Like, and these dudes did it.
Yeah, you don't want to cheer this on, but well done, man.
Yeah, well done.
Matt, where were you
Yeah, locksmith
when
guy.
this happened?
I could have been a part of
Exactly.
this whole thing, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But think about it. You know, if these guys put their skills to use in a legitimate way, think about the things they could accomplish after kicking butt at something
No
like
doubt.
this.
I mean, do you know the CIA, NSA? They look for criminals. Some of our smartest things came from criminals.
You want to hear a crazy CIA story next?
Yeah, always.
We can do that. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, all right.
you ever see Catch Me If You Can?
That's exactly
Yep.
what I was thinking.
Love,
guy-
love
The
that
FBI
movie.
hired the guy.
Right.
Yep.
What else you gonna do?
Right.
Teach us how to catch you guys.
Ocean's 11 was another one of my favorites that has
Incredible.
like you're rooting for the guys who are ripping off the
Of course,
casino.
Of
you know?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
So declassified CIA report claims aliens turned Russian soldiers to stone. This is according to a newly declassified CIA file. It's up at CIA.gov. Aliens have the power to turn human beings into stone, according to this. The files tell the story of a 250-page KGB report, which the CIA got their hands on after the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. The report contained photos, drawings, and multiple testimonials from eyewitnesses of the event, which happened during training exercises in Ukraine. Apparently, at one point, Soviet missiles were fired at an alien spacecraft, causing it to crash onto the ground. Then 5 humanoid aliens exited the UFO, merged into a single object that acquired a spherical shape, grew much bigger, and exploded. And the 23 soldiers there to witness it were turned into stone poles, according to this report. Reportedly, only 2 soldiers who were in the shade survived. Then again, it might have been the vodka talking. Who knows, right? I mean,
Okay. That's a CIA report.
yeah, you can see it on
Based
CIA.gov.
on KGB, like I think the
Yeah.
KGB was just messing with us.
I think there's a lot of that kind of stuff to get us. I don't know. You know how I talk about aliens? I mean, I think they're real, Kate. Do you?
Oh, absolutely.
You believe in
Yeah.
UFOs, Mike? You
I do, yeah.
Matt?
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
Aliens,
Yeah.
intelligent life. Do you think they've been here?
I think they're here. Yeah.
You think they're here now?
I think they're here now.
Yeah.
Doing what? I'm not being funny. What do you think they're doing?
I mean,
Just chilling?
you know, you just all those little Tic Tac videos that
Yeah.
the fighter pilots are flying, and these guys, listen, these guys are highly intelligent men flying these billion-dollar
Yeah.
airplanes.
Yeah.
High-ranking people in our military.
No, I
they
agree.
have no idea
Yeah.
what these Tic Tacs are, and they're just sinking into our oceans.
And
So
they
it's-
keep going once they're underwater.
right, making maneuvers that no
What if-
technology we have is able to do right
What
now.
if we find out, like, it's just the Chinese or the Russians?
We're in big trouble.
Yeah, we got to start readjusting
Yeah.
the way we advertise around the world.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're in big
That's
trouble.
the scary part.
Yep.
Right.
Like, what if it is just humans? That's the part where I go, wow. After tasting one of them wings, I'm starting to realize humans
I mean, it's
can
all
do a little
scary.
more.
If
Yeah.
it's Skynet, if it's aliens, if it's
Yeah.
Chinese, if it's, you know, if this was the KGB messing with us back in the day.
You know, I have a theory that I'm going to write a movie about one day because I have a lot of time, Kate.
Yeah.
I'm going to write this movie in the next couple weeks. That basically the story is this: that my generation, Gen X, were like the survivors of the before world. We're the last generation of before.
You think?
And technology. We are. Gen X is the last before generation. Everything changed after that, right?
So you're taking the plot of Silo and turning it into.
I never saw Silo. Is that what it is?
Essentially, our generation is the final generation, and they even refer to it as like before times. No, but you're great. Keep going.
No.
Tell us more.
You know what else this happened to me, right? I was going to make a movie about an archaeologist who goes and searches for the
For the Ark of the
for
Covenant?
the Ark in the Covenant in the Egyptian desert, and he has a fear of snakes.
That's a
And
great
I'll
idea,
be
man.
damned if they hadn't already made Raiders of the Lost Ark. Guy can't catch a break with his creativity around here.
All right, one more story for you
Yeah.
guys. Scientists at King's College have successfully created lab-grown teeth to fill in the gaps in regenerative dentistry
For humans?
for humans.
All right, I'm digging it. Go ahead.
So while many species can regenerate their teeth, human beings only get one chance at growing a healthy set of adult pearly whites, but that could be a thing that's about to change here. Scientists from King's College London have managed to grow a tooth under laboratory conditions. And while this breakthrough may still be a long way from filling in the gaps in anyone's mouth, researchers say it's filling in the gaps in research. Many people are turning to braces or implants, but implants can cause unforeseen problems for the patient, and implants require invasive surgery, while lab-grown teeth would naturally regenerate and integrate into the jaw as real teeth. They would be stronger, longer lasting, and free from rejection risks, they say, offering a more durable and biologically compatible solution than fillings or implants.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cool thing.
I love it. Yeah.
It sounds creepy. Like it's cool, but lab-grown teeth. Just
Yeah, it does sound
creepy.
weird, but
It sounds weird, but I know a lot of people who can benefit from that.
no doubt.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to be growing everything one day. I mean, you need a new finger, you need a new eyeball, whatever it is.
We were talking about it earlier in here today, Matt. Before you came in, Paul was down here and we were talking, and we were just talking about the story you read with the cadaver body parts being sold on the black market. I really believe one day humans are going to be like, "What do you need? An arm? Yeah, go ahead, take mine. If you get enough money." I think science is going to get so great they can take her arm, stick it on you, and it works. Like I think there's going to be all that weird sort of interchangeable.
I hope it happens before we get too old, too. That'd be great, right?
No, I want, listen, that's why what my movie idea was about, was that we're the last great real humans left.
Yeah.
And like the last guy survives, and he's like Moses, and he teaches all the young people how to live like the old people did, so that the robots and the weird people don't win the planet.
Well,
Follow the movie? Is it a little different than Silo?
A little different. I'm
All right.
loving it. Make this
and
happen.
then at the very end, he falls in love with an intergalactic woman.
Of course he does.
who has she actually has
and they
Intergalactic
discover that
Yeah.
love is the
Yes.
sixth sense.
and she actually has 3 genders, so it works out perfect. Everybody's happy at the end. Everybody.
All right, my friends, that is the facts, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. All right, Mike, Cate, listen, it is Mickey Talks. You guys were great guests. We thank you so much, Cate. I will let you, please, if you will, do it. You do it much better than us. Promote your event May 6th.
May 6th, 6 to 9 at the Sagamore, Pendry, Baltimore. Tickets are on sale now at firewings2025.eventbrite.com.
And we will, on the repost, Matt, we'll put a tag up for the website.
For sure.
So people can just click on it to get tickets. Thank you guys so much. Chef Mike, when is the good time to come down to the restaurant if you want to experience it?
Anytime is a good time to join us at Rec Pier Chop House. I definitely recommend our Easter brunch this upcoming Sunday. Reservations are encouraged, but from 12 to 4, we've got a fantastic prefix brunch menu, a fantastic dessert buffet that we're going to be putting out there, Easter egg hunt for the kids. So you got to come join us this Sunday, Easter brunch at Rec Pier Chop House.
That sounds so good, Mike. Nick, we need some sponsors so we can do that.
Yeah, exactly. If I had any money, you'd be seeing me next week, Mike. I guarantee I'd come down, I'd get half an appetizer because I could afford that, and I'd get a drink of water, and I would. No, I'm kidding. Matt and I listen. How about this, Matt? Since this is technically our first restaurant guest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You are first. Let's say we celebrate. If we make it to 50 shows, I'll have Paul take us to dinner and pay for it. Totally kidding. But we'll go out and have an evening to celebrate 50 shows, and we'll go there.
I like it. 50 or 100. I think.
No, 50.
I think 50 is a good number.
I think that's a
50 is a great
legit.
number.
I
All right.
think 50 is a legit milestone to have
It's
a dinner.
coming pretty quick, man. Get to 50.
30 more
Yeah.
shows.
All right. All
Well,
right.
what is it? 29 more shows.
29 more shows.
Everybody, thank you so much, Matt. Where do they follow us? How do they do it?
So you want to definitely follow us on YouTube. You want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I should say. It's at Mickey Talks Pod on YouTube. Subscribe there, like the videos, and if you're digging the show tonight, please share it on Facebook as well. Hit that share button.
Yeah, share this thing everywhere. Cate, Mike, thank you both so much.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure having you. Love to have you back for anything you'd ever want to promote.
All right,
So
fantastic.
thank you. Everybody else, thanks for watching. Don't forget weekdays, Monday through Friday, right here, 5 p.m. every day. Tomorrow, guest is Steve Huber.
We got Huber from 100.7 The Bay coming in.
It's going to be awesome. We'll see you guys then. Thanks, everybody. Take care.